technically speaking, as you guys are watching this video, I'm already in Japan, but I wanted to remind you that tomorrow is the very last chance you will get to enter for a chance to win the Mark IV Supra and $20,000 cash. This is the most expensive, the nicest, the highest horsepower giveaway car we have ever done, and it may stay that way for a long time. So I want to remind you, every $5 you spend on lzmfg.com or drifthq.com is going to get you entered for a chance to win. We've got way more just than rad clothing, as well as the 2 new shirts that you guys saw in the last video. Check it out. Your orders support the channel and all the rad builds that you see. So thank you in advance, and enjoy the video. The Mark IV Supra giveaway is almost over, and Jamie just flew in from Connecticut to get this thing running and dialed in on the dyno. A quick refresher if you aren't familiar with the setup, we've got a non-VVTi 2JZ GTE, some big Titan cams, a G35 900, an Artec manifold, and a Spectrum downpipe that mates right up to the turbo kit along with lines. Got a sweet billet intake manifold, and if you don't remember, this entire setup was based around the setup in my Chaser, except obviously we got a 6-speed Toyota V161 gearbox. It'll be flex fuel, and I'm expecting to make a little over 700 horsepower. It's got the same G35 900 turbo from Garrett, one of my favorite turbos. It's a bad This setup's legit. It's got the best parts. With Jamie behind the laptop, I know it's gonna make some good noises and put a lot of smiles on, well, I guess my face and whoever wins it. We've got about an hour until it's too late to make noise, so Jamie's hopping on the S15 to get this thing dialed in. Literally minutes after getting off the plane and we're already making power.
That's it.
How you like this machine?
I love it, man.
A lot better than last time, huh?
Much smoother than last time.
Yeah. Last time we were fighting those trigger issues. Look who showed up.
Busy gang.
Hell yeah, Glizzy Gang in the house. Hey, I got a question though. Are you gonna drive the CRX?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think off 1, 2, 5.
I think you're outnumbered.
So what's your best time?
I don't know. We'll need to look at the board.
So
We gotta make a deal though, right? You know how you and I made a deal before about the drag build?
okay.
The deal is if you want to drive the CRX, you have to help me figure out what the stupid annoying squeal is on it.
Oh, that's no problem.
Yeah.
No problem. We got this.
Yeah, the squeals, it's driving me nuts. Every time I make a video with it, it's embarrassing.
Squeal when starting it up?
No, it's like when it gets warm and it comes down to idle, like maybe a tensioner or something.
Oh, we got that all day.
All right.
Yeah, for sure. We'll
Yeah.
fix it before we leave.
All right, that'd be
yeah,
sick.
Yeah, we got this.
Cool.
Glizzy gang's in the building. You're part of the Glizzy.
Hell yeah, dude.
You're part of the. You know what? I forgot at my house.
What?
I got you a present, but I'm gonna mail it to you. Something that says Glizzy gang on it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta put it on one of your cars.
Hell yeah, you know it.
Yeah, for sure.
This thing looks like it's pretty much wrapped up. Now we just got to beat the crap out of it tomorrow. All right, I need you to rate my Honda. Now listen, this was supposed to be a thrash car for my friends to crash into a tree, so it wasn't supposed to be like a high-level build, but it was supposed to still not be a piece of crap.
Well, seeing how far it came, it looks really, really good.
What do you want me to rate? Do you want me to rate the paint? Do you want me to rate the engine bay?
Yeah, I don't know, just give me rating and everything. Just talk about it. You deal with more of these cars than anyone else I know.
Paint quality, like body, love the windows. That's like a 10 out of 10 for sure. For a Honda guy, this is like a good 8, 9 out of 10. It's pretty good.
That's really good.
It's not, from the that I've seen, obviously. It's not a bad car. I actually like it.
Thanks.
It looks a lot better in person than it does like on video.
I kind of really like how simple the interior is. I know it's probably weird for you to see a cage that's this over the top, but like, I just wanted it to be really safe.
It's so weird to have this type of cage in the Honda. This reminds me of like back when we were growing up, like maybe 10 years ago, people used to put these type of cages in cars. But
Can I open the hood?
Yeah.
yeah, let's check the engine bay out.
Yeah, you know where that is?
But surprisingly, all the trim, like whether it was refinished or not, it's in good shape. And CRX parts are really, really hard to get.
Yep. Yeah, I wanted to keep everything kind of looking factory.
This right here, you get a like 2 out of 10.
Okay.
Now, if this thing had a K series,
Oh, okay.
I know you said we're on the compound.
All right, all right.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
makes
whatever.
perfect sense. If this thing has a little K20R in it,
Pretend this was a K20. Does it look half decent?
It
Yes.
brings back memories.
it's clean. It's real clean. Like we usually pop CRX hoods, like wires everywhere. These cars are really, really old, but
What's cool about this car is like I think I paid like $4,500 or something for it, and it has like the Type R trans with the shorter ratios, had the motor already in it, and like we didn't really buy parts for it. I think I bought the valve cover, and everything else is just kind of like clean it up with some paint and like make it look nice, but this is one of the few builds where I didn't just like go and buy everything new.
That's crazy because you can probably get like $5 grand for the swap.
Yeah, I know. That's why I bought the car. It was like literally worth more than the swap
the
itself.
shell, yeah.
You didn't paint this?
What?
The car when you got it?
Oh yeah, I painted the car. I painted it.
Like a piece of.
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Well, I'm just saying like the engine bay. I should show you a photo of what the car looked like.
This car looks like from where it came from. Looks really good. Really good.
I didn't see that before.
It was a like.
Was it
like
a turd?
Yeah.
Like a turd?
Yeah.
And you paid $4,500 for it?
For the swap, pretty much. Yeah.
I get it. No way. I wouldn't have bought that for $4,500.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even felt safe driving that thing home.
It was actually sick, dude. The first time I cracked Vita.
Yo, you gotta go back and watch the video.
Yeah.
You said sick?
Oh, it came with these wheels. I sold them for like $300.
Yo, you gotta watch the video.
You saw those
right?
wheels?
What the hell are those?
They're
Oh, the Mugans.
Yeah,
Oh, Mugen wheels.
Yeah, I couldn't believe they were worth $300.
Those aren't. They must have been reps.
No, they're real.
And you sold them for $300?
Yeah, a bunch of people wanted to buy them for $300.
300
No,
bucks.
somebody got you.
What do you mean?
You sold the
They were
Mugen
worth
wheels
more
for
than that.
$300?
No, I'm just playing. I didn't sell them. No, everyone wanted to buy them though. I got a lot of offers. This is the engine bay before.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You came a long way.
But you see, it's like the same stuff. It's just painted. Even the same skunky manifold.
Yo, you did a killer job though.
Yeah.
They turned that turd into this?
Yo, and then before he tuned it, right, it was making 90 horsepower. He's like, oh my god, this thing is so fast. And then Jamie tuned it and made like 190.
Yo,
I think it was 199 in ethanol. Yeah, we gotta fix the cold start on it too, cause like I gotta like pump.
I need to hear what the noise is.
Yeah, the squeal. It only doesn't want this warm.
But this thing with a K series though would be badass.
It's already so fast. You'll see. Once
fast?
you do a lap, you'll understand.
Probably because it feels dangerous here. But you take this thing, you get caught on the highway with this, you can get your ass smoked.
You think I drive this on the highway?
I mean, if you go to a Honda meet, you just had a Honda track day.
You're not wrong. I do want to take this thing to a car meet. I like it. I gotta put the new CRX stickers in the back. I haven't gotten to that yet.
I'm not gonna lie, I like it. It's nice.
Thanks.
I didn't think I was gonna like the color, but it's actually like it's clean.
I wanted it to look like a car from that era. I didn't want to paint it a car that made it look too modern, and that's why I kept it two-tone, put it on the period correct wheels, and I dig it.
No, it definitely flows.
I won't talk about the B series until we actually like jump in it here. Like, 'cause
It
you
sounds
said,
sick
you said
here.
the car serves a purpose here. So
Oh, yeah.
we're gonna find out.
I feel like the K series would have too much torque on the compound. It'd break loose everywhere.
But the case is just so good for videos,
is,
though.
but
You know,
it's
like
like-
you rip the 1-2 here, it'd be
Going
great.
around that bend with all that torque, it's gonna just spin out.
The problem is too, like I'm pretty lucky that my neighbors are really cool, but I know if they heard K-Series noises, they would be pissed. We're like, the B-Series sounds good, so they're not mad, you know what I'm saying?
It's
Yo,
not
man,
bad.
look at the shifter. I haven't seen a B series shifter in a while.
That's like that's the DA, like the 92 or 91 Integra shifter.
Yeah.
The shift knob. Yo, I love the block offs.
All right, Jamie, moment of truth. You think this thing's gonna start?
I think so.
All right, let's see. Some big cams, bunch of new parts. Ready to check the timing?
It's not a Honda, I'm not gonna be too excited, but
There we go. Let's go. Damn, I think it sounds good.
I didn't think you were gonna go that heavy on the cam.
Sounds like we might not have all the cylinders. There we go.
There he goes.
Oh yeah, that turbo's pulling up. To make 272s with some lift.
272?
Yeah,
it sounds like it got a big cam in it.
it does. I love that.
After you tuned it, that exhaust is
272.
I'll be honest, this is my favorite color, Supra.
This Supra just got 10 times cooler now that it started. All right, so it may have had 5 cylinders on our last startup, but with 6 cylinders, it still sounds pretty dang good. Well, Johan's finishing up a couple little wiring things on the Mark IV on the dyno. We're gonna take the S15 out while Jamie's down here with the new G40 setup, see how it feels in drift, make sure everything looks good, because I am planning to bring this car to English Town for our LZ World Tour stop number 1 as well. It's gonna be a bad pretty hooked up.
Yo, that shit was gnarly. That shit was like insane.
That's map 1.
Got it. Map 2 just added more up top. We don't need to do that.
No.
So I'm gonna beat the shit out of it. Then what we'll do is we'll put on the loose tires, which is gonna put it in a completely different load range. Right now the car's pretty hooked up.
like one of the best experiences I've ever had inside of a car.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Go figure that Sonic's first drift ride along was in no other than the S15. Would you do it again?
Yes.
Drift car coming soon?
I want to build one. Like,
Heck yeah.
I want to buy this one from you.
No.
Like from not going into like a drift car, like obviously watching them online, into like jumping in is a completely different experience.
Hell yeah.
Yo, you are one hell of a driver.
Thanks, dude. I don't know if you guys saw in the video, there's still some power steering stuff to work through. We're gonna play around with the pressures or potentially even make the switch to electric power steering on this car down the road. I kinda got the secret sauce from James Dean, so I'll probably copy his setup in this at some point. Overall, the turbo setup, I'm happy with it. It's definitely drivable compared to the lazier turbo setup I had on it before. Definitely though, like I think the happy setup on a 2J is like a G35 900. The G40 is still a little bit lazier than I'd like. It's good, it'll work, but I think a 3.4 with a turbo this size would be more up my alley. I just need to get back in the mindset of having to basically like rev limit or dump it every time I get back on throttle. Because one of the most important things with drifting is every time you go from a handbrake or a slow down to back on throttle, you need wheel speed as quickly as possible. When you have a lazy turbo, you end up kind of like getting on and then wheel speed goes and then ramps up, where you want to be able to just blow through to wheel speed as quickly as you can. And if you have a big lazy turbo, that just means you need to like rev limit or dump it. That way the car's in its power band. But overall, pretty happy with it. As you guys heard, we heard a little noise that may be concerning, maybe nothing to worry about. But given that it is a motor that is probably only seen a handful of laps and probably only one oil change, it'll be helpful to throw it on the lift, look at the oil, make sure everything looks good before we continue to beat on it more. One other thing I want to mention, because it does sound like I continually dog the 3 liter. 3 liters are really good. Like the setup in my Chaser is sick, but this isn't a normal 3 liter. This thing has huge 280 cams. It's got oversized valves. It's built to rev and make its power up top, and I'm asking it to do something that's not designed to do. So I think if this was a normal 3 liter with this turbo, it would be a bit better. If this was a normal 3 liter with a G35 900 like my Chaser, it would be perfect. But unfortunately, we're just gonna have to deal with this car making a lot of power and drive it a little differently, but it sounds sick, and hopefully should still put some smiles on some faces. Glizzy gang's up in this trying to get rid of my squeak.
Well, we found out where it's coming from.
Well, we think we know where it's coming from.
Well, we know where it's coming from because we started up. It's definitely somewhere in the timing side.
But it was weird because we pulled off like the cover and everything looked all right, and then it didn't squeak, and now it's squeaking again.
So we started up with the cover, with the cover on, it squealed, and we took the cover off and it stopped squealing.
Do you think the cover's maybe rubbing against the belt
There's
somewhere?
no like major markings on it, so
Yeah.
But I think maybe something with the bottom cover because that's aftermarket crank pulley on it. So.
Wait, actually, maybe it's something to do with the bottom cover because it's aftermarket crank pulley.
We just said that.
Is it gone?
Yeah.
You think it could be because I'm low on oil?
Sometimes I feel like trying to take him serious, and
Yeah,
I was like,
you can't
alright,
take him
he jokes
serious.
around 90% of the time.
Yeah.
Well, we keep taking the cover.
It's vacuum related.
I think you're supposed to have a PCV valve on here anyways.
Yeah.
It's a one-way valve. As soon as you plug that in, it pulls vacuum from the valve cover, it starts whistling again.
So the motor's probably not sealed up all the way. When I hold the vacuum, it doesn't make that noise.
I need a PCB valve.
A PC.
You know what I would do?
Yeah.
I would just leave this out.
I would just cap the
Cap both of them.
Bro, it's
Yeah,
not,
but I built this
it's
motor
not supposed
loose.
to go
It's gonna-
here.
It's gonna have a lot of
That's
It's supposed to go to
It's
the
for the
intake,
intake.
and it's supposed to be capped off.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Well, that's what it is.
The valve cover's routed the wrong way.
The valve cover is on backwards?
Yeah.
There's a PCV valve right here.
But we could cap it.
Does
Yeah.
it have the canister?
So cap this. This is supposed to go to the intake.
Yeah, now I'm looking at it. That always
routed
goes
wrong.
to the intake. You're
So
supposed to
then
run like.
what's the pipe on the intake go to?
Yo, what's that?
Case breather?
No. That what's that canister that's always there?
The catch canister.
Oh, this is supposed to go to the right here. It's routed wrong. That's all
Is that
it
from
is.
the PCV?
It's from the PCV.
Oh, the
yeah.
PCB. I knew it was there.
Still have it.
Adam, stop.
Let's see, let's see if this fixes it now. This is like the 4th time we're taking this car apart.
Oh, but we don't want this to go back in my intake because then I'll get carbon buildup.
Unless you use good gas.
You don't know how to plumb, right?
Yeah.
Adam's the best
Why? Because we got
What the hell are you
septic
talking
issues? Is that a joke on our bathroom situation right now?
Hey,
That's all
he
it
said-
What? What are you talking about? 100 people do that all the time.
Not
Yo, how long have you guys been chasing this issue for?
What?
How long you guys been chasing this issue for?
So, it's not that we've been chasing because we don't really work on it, but it bothers me every time I hear it in a video. Someone does an awesome lap and I'm trying to record the reaction and it's just
Everyone's in the comments like, damn, that's a piece of shit.
yeah.
Yeah, when you rev the car like that, you're ready for a good takedown.
Takedown?
Yeah, like one of those meats. Or
Yeah.
that
Take
back wild.
over.
Take over.
Take
That's what
over.
it is.
Take over.
Take over.
Takedown. Is that what you call when you rebuild the engine after a drag race?
That's a WWE.
You just put, if you got a small filter, you just put a small filter here and just leave it.
Oh, I think it had one of those before actually.
Yeah,
didn't
they
it?
were on your keychain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it did have one before, right?
Yeah, slap one of them bad boys on there.
Huh. Should I weld a Dash 12 weld bung on there?
Yo, you gotta.
Reaction.
Just stick a glizzy on there. It'll be good. Just cook that motherfucker every time you drive it.
Yo, I'm gonna get you a cover for like Dash 10 line that just looks like glizzies. So it looks like you got a chain of glizzies slipped over all the Dash 10 line. I'm super stoked with how this thing sounds. It's got like the perfect note, not too loud, not too quiet. Nice little punchy exhaust note. It's good, man. Little pops and bangs.
Alright, now we can actually go up to 7 pounds. We're gonna go up.
All right, so we got some good news and we got some bad news. The good news is the setup is super healthy, sounded amazing, but the bad news is we had some issues with some sensors and weren't able to get the car on ethanol in time before Jamie left. What that means is we're leaving the car on pump gas at a conservative 460 horsepower. The car will go on ethanol and we'll have a flex fuel tune that'll probably put it north of 700 horsepower, very similar to my Chaser. But for today, which is unfortunately the last day before I go to Japan, I will only be able to react to the 93 octane tune of the Supra. with that being said, whoever wins the car might want to leave it on 93. This is, I think, around 13, 14 pounds of boost. I would feel comfortable probably up to 18 pounds, but not knowing where the car goes, I like to leave pump gas maps a little more conservative. Ethanol, you can get away with a lot. Pump gas, if things aren't really happy, that's when you have detonation and you can damage an engine. So we'll take the car out, see how it feels, and yeah, I'm super happy with how it sounds. It sounds sick. Look, this is definitely not the most ideal scenario to test drive a new build. It's raining out. It's not in its final rendition of the power that it's gonna make, but more than anything, I wanna see how the spool feels, because this is technically my first non-VVTi 2J. So I'm gonna spin it around, we're gonna give it a little 1-2, and just feel what kind of mid-range this thing has. All right, let's see how this thing feels. Yo, at 450 wheel, this thing's pretty spicy. Mike's trying to make more power than that with his Supra. And I don't know if you're ready for it, Mike.
I'm excited for it.
Yeah, that's pretty good making noises like that.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think, like, already I can tell this thing has a lot better traction and kind of hooks better than the Chaser, so I can't imagine how rad this thing would be at 700 horsepower. I think we're gonna end the video here. I still haven't packed for Japan. It's 7 o'clock and I need to be up at the airport super early. I'm really thankful that we were able to get to the car to this point. I wish I was here to see it in its final stages, but you guys know the JZs that we've built. You know the Chaser and how rad of a car that is, and this is basically that in a more expensive, cooler chassis. So get your entries. You know the spiel. I don't want to keep saying it 5 million times, but I'm gonna say it one more time. $5 you spend, LZMFG or Drift HQ, you're gonna get entered for a chance to win. This puppy could be yours. Appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in Japan.
When you say